Hi friends, welcome back. We are on to our final video for making modern Hexies. This is going to show you the process we use when we quilt our pillow fronts. So the materials you'll need for this, you'll need an acrylic ruler. I like to at least have one, a larger one that's the length of my pillow front. That way I have a solid continuous line when I'm marking my lines for quilting. I like a Hera marker, and what these are is a little white plastic tool. Clover makes these, has a little handle. And at the end, it tapers and has a nice little sharpness to it. So when you do your lines, it has a nice crease. You can also use fabric pen. Careful with these. I had a run-in with one where the lines didn't completely come out. So always use these with caution. So to get started, I like to go horizontally first. So bring this around and you're going to lay your acrylic ruler right down the middle here. And you may still have a crease for when you originally did your gluing on your Hexies. Use my Hera marker here. It makes a nice line. We'll use that as our quilting guide. Space over to the next row where you're just going to go right down these points. And you'll continue this along the entire front of your project. When you get to the end, you'll notice the spacing on these. If you do use the 1/4 inch spacing between your 1 inch hexagons, is right at about 1 inch. You can see our line here, and then that line is at the 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches, and so forth. You can actually use that as your guide for going out here in your negative space. You'll see here, we'll do this last line so I can show you. This is the part people have it's a little tricky. So let's say we put our 1 inch line here along those points, and we'll get our first line here. Line up at your 1 inch point here, and then just keep going. So once you have all of your marking done, what you'll do is you'll take this to your sewing machine, and you're going to run a straight stitch from point to point going along your lines. Your next step is going at a diagonal. And so what you'll do, take your marking tool and your ruler, and I like to start kind of in the middle, and you'll go from point to point again, marking your lines, continuing out over your negative space. So you'll go this direction, then you'll flip it, and then go down your other diagonal direction here. Okay, here we have an almost completely quilted pillow front. You'll see that I have to have my stitching going across this direction. I have all my lines going this way, and I've started to do this direction here. I want to show you guys a fun trick I just discovered the other day. So, most of you have a walking foot for your sewing machine. If you have one that has a quilt bar or a guide foot here, this is going to come in really handy. This is going to eliminate marking most of your project. What you'll do is once you have your main mark down the middle, the first one that we did, you'll then go in and set your guide marks here. So you're going to see where your needle's going to hit, and you're going to put your guide bar right on this line here and use this as a guide for your stitching. You'll see how this worked out perfectly here. Perfectly here. What's great is whenever you get to your negative space here, it also is going to be your guide for your quilting, which is pretty fantastic. So I just got to finish this up and we'll have a pillow front ready to go. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments below on the video. Be happy to respond to those. And I hope you enjoy this Modern Hexies project. Thanks for stopping by, guys.